Hello, everyone. Jason Hagholm here, and I am joined by Leonardo Damiani. Leonardo is fighting in the main event against Marco Socorro at the Golden Cage 3 on February the 6th in Rome, Italy.
Yeah.
Leonardo, how are you doing?
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good. The camp was good, and now it's good, and we are ready for fight.
How excited are you to be in the main event for an Italian-based promotion in Italy on UFC Fight Pass? Because that's big exposure not only for you, but the Italian mixed martial arts scene.
Yeah, for me it's so important this event, but there is this terrible situation of COVID, and I'm so sorry for the people that can follow me, that can go to Rome to follow me live in the event. But I know this is so important for the USC Fight Pass, and the event will be in this app, and every world can see me in uh, in the house.
Yeah, I think everyone's excited for that. And I mean, the scene right now in Italy seems like it's really booming right now. A lot of
Yeah,
prospects coming out of Italy,
yeah.
fighters making it both to UFC and Bellator. Can you just describe what the scene's like now for you, for a guy that's been grinding away on this Italian scene for such a long period of time?
Yeah, for me, I think the MMA movement in Italy now grow up, and with Marvin Vettori, for the last victory, and now with Alessio De Chirico, I think the world know that there is a super fighter in Italy too, like around the world, and for me, it's so important. I think in this period is important for Italy have this athlete that can put up the flag, the Italian flag around the world.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's exciting to see. It's always exciting to see these new countries really develop these prospects. Like I went through it watching the Canadian boom, and now it's nice to see the another part of Europe and Italy really expanding. But Leonardo, you've been fighting for a while, but you fought for Cage Warriors at in December, just before Christmas time. What was
Yeah.
it like fighting for Cage Warriors in the and being a part of their bubble aspect for that trilogy? Because obviously COVID's been such a big thing and hit hard. What was it like to get to fight in a COVID environment and in a fanless environment as well?
Yeah, it was a strange situation, because we went to the hotel, and after the airport, we did the COVID test, and then we have to stay only in this area with the other athlete, and we can go outside or amazing. We can't went to the hall of the hotel. We have to stay only in this space, and was a little bit strange for the situation. We take a bus for went to the for the match, for the theater, and then in the theater we are all closed in this theater. We can go outside. Was a strange situation. Never happened one situation like this, because this pandemia is the first time that I fight with this pandemia. Is a completely difference. For example, in Dubai, because I fought in 7 November too, but in London was amazing situation.
Yeah, I mean, you've also been, like you said, you fought on the 7th of November, but you've been very
Yeah,
fortunate to get, fights in a pandemic where a lot of people had been able to fight. I mean, that's got to make you feel great that you've been able to progress your career. And then,
yeah,
sticking with Cage Warriors, Cage Warriors offered you another opportunity after this February 6th card for the Golden Cage 3?
yeah. For what? Sorry.
Has Cage Warriors offered you a return opportunity after this fight on February 6th?
Yeah, they offer some contract, but we speak with my management, and for me, I think is better other way. But the door is not closed, and we do first time this fight, and maybe we think about for the next Cage Warrior or maybe another promotion.
Yeah, I think that would be, very exciting for you. And let's just talk about a little bit your Cage Warriors fight. You won a split decision. I mean, you
Yep.
always never want to leave it to the judges, but it worked out for you. How would you assess your fight against Aaron Khalid back in December?
Man, was a little preparation, because I accepted the match in 9 days, and I think it's the best promotion in Europe for the Cage Warrior, and you have a lot of visibility. I think was my moment, and that's it. I try to study my opponent in some video that I found to YouTube, and I know this is a aggressive grappler and have a good game in the ground. For this, I I try to do everything in 9 days, but I don't want to accept it the game in the ground. I
Mhm.
want to stand up, and I want to do my striking with this guy.
Yeah, I mean, I totally get that. And I mean, it worked out for you. You won the split decision. And, you mentioned that you saw some footage of Aaron Khalid on YouTube to study for. Are you a guy that likes to watch tape, or you just leave it to your coaches and whoever else, or you just want to get in there and do what you got to do?
No, every time I study my opponent with my coach. With the first, my coach of striking is Andrea Fontana, and he's a coach of my city. Okay, and then there is Lorenzo Borgomeo, is another coach of my head coach from the team Aurora. And I see more video with this guy with my team, and I want to see my opponent in the cage before to do the same, and I don't want to leave the work only my coach. I want to study with him the opponent.
Yeah, it's always interesting because some guys like their coaches to do the studying for them and tell them what, and some guys like to just watch the tape and are students of the game, and it's always interesting to see that perspective. But your fight on February 6th for the Golden Cage 3, you're fighting, as I said, Marco Socorro, but I
Yeah.
don't think you need to study much tape on him since you fought him before. You won a unanimous decision against him.
Yep.
What does it mean for you now to get in this main event, fighting for a title for this promotion, but it's a rematch? Like, does a lot
Yeah.
change for you, especially, like almost 3 years removed from the original fight?
Yep. But I think I changed, but he changed too, and I want to work, and I work for every aspect of the match. He for sure changed like me, and I will find another Marco Saccaro, and he will find another Leonardo Damiani. And for this, we work hard, and will be a great show.
What do you think's the biggest thing that's changed for you since you fought him in 2018?
Yeah, for me, it changed so many part of striking, because I was I think for 2 years I stopped for my injury, and I completely dedicated for my striking part and the stand up part, And after this, I put inside again the ground game, and I change. I change. I'm not a fighter, man.
Well, I mean, hey, that's the name of the game, changing and growing
Yeah,
as things
yeah, I'm
go.
growing. Yes.
But when I ask you about this show, like, what is the situation right now in Italy with COVID? Like, we've seen some of these European shows have fans. Will there be fans in attendance on February 6th?
Yeah, I don't have a fan in the
Okay.
event, because we are a red zone. I don't know if work like you or in other part of the world, but we can't move from the city,
Okay.
And this is important because we have a contract of this promotion, and with this we can move with train, car, and we can go to the Rome, because it's like 600 and a half kilometers from here. and the situation was terrible. The same with the training. Every time when the police stop me, I have to show this contract, and I have to say that I have to go to the work because I'm a professional fighter, and you know, it's a little bit strange situation.
Yeah, I totally get that. I know it's like that up here in Canada, but how many times did the police come in and check on you? Because obviously gyms right now are not an essential service and getting shut down, but that's got to be just extra stress when you're getting ready for a title fight.
Yeah, maybe yes, but not extra stress, But every time I have to have this paper with me in the car, and I have to show, I have to speak every time that I'm a professional fighter. And but the paper is good, and the promotion are real. It's not a
Yeah.
false paper, and that's okay.
Yeah, well, Leonardo, thank you for your time. I mean, this is a
Thanks to
very
you.
exciting event. I'm very excited to see, the production and how everything goes because, as you said, you mentioned Marvin Vittori. I mean, it must have been a great highlight for you last weekend seeing
Yeah.
Alessio Di Chiario getting a big win over Joaquin Buckley. I mean, the MMA scene in Italy, as you said at the top, is booming, and you're now another guy making the waves. And best of luck in the fight against Marco Sakara. But before I let you go,
Thank you so much.
plug yourself out there on social media where people can find you, because you're one of those next guys knocking on the door of a UFC or a Bellator.
Thank you. You can find me in the Facebook or Instagram, like Leonardo Damiani MMA, and I wait there.
All right. Well,
Okay.
you know what? Give him a follow, give him a like on Facebook. And that's Leonardo Damiani fighting in the main event at the Golden Cage 3 on February the 6th on UFC Fight Pass against Marco Sakara. Leonardo, thank you for your time.
Thank you for you, Jason. Thank you so much. Forza Italia.